Okay, so what happened to my Lagun table was, this is the top I brought it into the garage. I had something very heavy fall on top of the table, and that I felt for sure broke the mount, or bent the mount. But what in fact happened was, this just flipped over, it actually broke the bushing and cracked it. So I had heard when I got this table that it tends to sag and it's the bushing that fails. But I figured I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. And little did I know, the bridge came and I crossed it when I dropped something like a 30-pound item on top of the tabletop. And in fact, it actually put a ding right there, which I steamed out. All things considered, I can't believe it withstood that. This is Baltic birch that I just varnished. And so the debate was whether or not to get a replacement arm to save me the hassle of replacing the bushing, which I heard was difficult. Extracting it wasn't that big of a deal, but apparently driving it in is quite a bear because it's really, really tight. And I think I'm going to use a press to put it in. Press meaning a pipe. Now I'm drawing a blank. You'll see in a minute. No, brain fart. And but they have seconds factory defect arms, which I don't really care what kind of defect it has, but it was reasonably priced, and that is an option. They even mention on the website that it's a hassle changing these bushings, and it's kind of better off replacing it. That said, I went ahead and, since I am semi-handy, went ahead and ordered replacement bushings, and even the top of the leg in the off chance that eventually wears down for me, which people complain about. And Lagun kindly, for only $9.99, sent this via FedEx very quickly, I think not even 2 days. And this just came. And also, since I was going to go ahead and get parts from Lagun, I went ahead and got a upgrade, which I don't know if it's any good because no one talks about this on the internet, is a swivel, not a swivel, but a tilting head tabletop. And I'm hoping, folding TMP, I'm hoping this will be a safe space saver, where you have the table, parallel to the ground, and be able to close it. That's how you loosen that. So you have it normally like this, and then if you want to stow it and tuck it closer against my shelving unit or wherever, against the car seat, the van seat, you can do that. But again, no one talks about this tilting tabletop, so I don't know if it's any good or if I'm going to regret this. There is a bit of play, though it does, if tap is loose, it can be tightened. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try to press in this bushing. Oh, here's the tabletop. Tabletop on the leg. Ooh, I did not know it wasn't square. So what I'm going to try to do, if this ever does wear out, I gotta remember to save this and know where I left it, is to basically jam it under the composite and pry it up that way. Or go on the internet and find someone else did an easier job with this. And here is the bushing, a pair of bushings. So I just kept an extra set since these things do break. Since I broke one already, I'll have 3. So I bought 2 pair, I'll have 3. And this, in theory, should go in here. And I can see already it's insanely tight. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. So in replacing the bushing, you have to have the flanged part facing whatever flat surface you have. So in this case, this is going to be sitting on the leg, the support leg, and my tabletop is going to sit on this flanged top. So as the OD, outside diameter, this is really, really large relative to the opening, and it's split. What I did is backed out the tightening arm, and I'm gonna pry open the split and try to get this centered. In fact, I went ahead and just filed down, beveled the edge just a little bit, so it'll help kind of guide it in. I'm not sure if why they didn't do that at the factory. Maybe that's just one little step. It's too much. I'm curious to see how they press this in the factory, because it is super, super, super tight. So we'll see. Okay, so that went a lot easier after I beveled the edge, because before I filmed that last little bit, no, the previous bit, I tried prying this open with a screwdriver, and this works great. Get the largest flat blade screwdriver you got, the biggest, cushiest handle that you can find, which is this Klein one I have, and insert and twist. If you take a file, pretty beefy, a beefy one better, just because it's faster, and just bevel the edge all the way around, that's going to make things a lot easier, because that was the game changer. The reason why I sanded it after the fact was because when I kind of got it in cocked, and I was kind of hoping I could get it in. This is the first time, and so I actually created a burr, and I knew I wasn't going to go in that way, so I had to file off the burr. It's like, well, I'm just going to just take a little bit of the edge off, so I kind of, like I said, kind of taper it in. The other thing you have to notice, make note of, is there are it's not smooth all the way around, and in fact there's a little edge here, divot, I don't know what you want to call it, that catches the top and kind of locks it in. I don't know why they have it, but more importantly, this is the boogered one, but it has a seam going down all the way from top to bottom, and that seam should line up with the split. That's about the only thing. If you look really careful, I doubt you can see it, really carefully down there, you'll see the seam. And there's just a little bit left for me to drive in. I just wanted to do this video part, and you can see it's almost all the way through, and this is what it looks like when it's fully seated, and what it'll look like on the back end. So I'm about that far off. So yeah, that time lapse was supposed to take a lot longer than I showed, and this is kind of what I did to get it to slide in. I mean, I literally was shocked how much easier it was after just filing that little bevel in there. And I can't see any reason why you wouldn't want to do that. So take your screwdriver, and if you're safety Sally, wear glasses, and you want to twist. And I can actually turn the bushing, and it's almost there. I think what I'm going to do is use the C-clamp just to kind of press it in. What I'm going to use is just use some heavy steel angles and kind of make a little hard pressing area for this to be a poor man's vice. And I'm professional, people. Okay, now it is seated. It's working. Totally pressed it in. Just one more edge, and it's pretty much in. In fact, I could probably tap it with mallet to get it. It's like a millimeter on a rubber floor. And there she is. That wasn't so bad. Flange flange. And this leg, not that it matters, goes on the, like I said, the support leg that's anchored, and this is going to be my new top. And voila. Oh, and so this is how this is going to work. Tilt. Oh, maybe this way, because it's got to clear the tightening arm. Right? Yeah, tightening arm. So this should be tightened. Anyway, go this way because it can't. Yeah, sweet. Kind of locks like there. Very cool.